She doesn't even go here.
I'm bi, actually.
Excuse me. Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Hi, I'm Kurt Homo, and I'll be auditioning for the role of kicker.
Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Not So Straight Nerds. I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your host, Alicia.
And today we have a
birthday.
birthday episode. Woo, woo, woo. It's coming maybe a little late. I told Cole this morning what episode we were recording, and we were like, that was like over a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm. Almost 2 months.
Yeah. So, but here we are. We did it.
Yeah, November kind of got away from us a little bit.
I feel like there was just so much happening in November.
So much. So many movies coming out. And then, yeah, it just felt like a busy month even outside of movies. So
I remember like 2 weeks after my birthday, I was like thinking about all the episodes we've done, and I was like, oh yeah, an Alicia's birthday episode. Wait.
Wait. We even talked about it before your birthday, like doing an episode, but we
Yeah.
never made that outline, so we never had that reminder of like, guys, you need to like do this, because we would have done it like over whatever was releasing that weekend, but we totally forgot. And then December started happening, and then and it was even more chaotic. So we're here now.
We are.
Better late than never.
Yep. Birthday. I was born.
It's basically part of our like 12 days of Christmas thing. We're we're recording like more, and at this point we're recording more than 12 within the month of December. So, which is crazy for us. We're recording basically one a day, and have been for a few days. So, yeah, it's just a part of our little celebration there.
It's very fun.
So, there we go. Anyways.
So I've made some lists. I don't know exactly how many we'll get to, but before we get started on some of my favorite things,
Vibe check.
the vibe check. How are the vibes?
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my voice, I'm going to lose my voice soon, which is not good, considering we're going to film an episode a day. Maybe I won't. I haven't actually lost my voice in a while, but I've gotten close a few times. So, like, I was driving home from my family's house yesterday and singing in the car, and
That'll do it.
it wasn't even like a voice crack. It was like my voice like no sound came out multiple times when singing, and I was like, oh no. So, but I slept a long time. I rested it. So we'll see what happens in this episode and from now on.
In the future.
So, but I'm excited. We have some fun things to watch today. We have Volume 2 of Stranger Things to catch up on, and we'll make a video on that soon. We have the finale of Heated Rivalry to watch, and we'll also make a video on that. So, we got some fun stuff to watch today. Well, assuming Volume 2 is going to be good, but hopefully. So,
Hopefully.
anyways, yeah.
Huh?
We've been staying off Twitter.
Yes.
I was thinking about it this morning. I think about every morning certain piece of information that I would love to wake up to about a certain political figure that I don't like. And then I thought this morning, no, I'm not going to risk it. Even if, once we're done with Volume 2, we might go on Twitter to learn some fascinating piece of information. But we will not know until afterwards, because I'm not risking it. I'm not risking the spoilers just for a chance of good news. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say on that. Anyways. My mind fascinates me sometimes.
And my vibes, they're pretty great. Christmas was a lot of fun.
Yes.
So, surf. And now we're here. Talking about the things I like.
Yeah.
So, going through some of the things that I've ranked, I will say I rank things by, like, year pretty well. This is...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like, as far as, like, my like, official favorites, I feel like that's, like, really hard to actually do.
It is.
So I have like a numerical order for my list today. I will say they are not dead set in almost any way.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I literally have on the outline way back when for my birthday episode, no particular order really. I mean, it's purely like I feel in my soul whether something gets added to my favorites list. It doesn't mean like that I didn't like the movie. It could be 5 stars and it's still like I have to feel it in my soul that it needs to be on my list. Purely just vibe based, and that's it. So I totally understand. And I'm excited to know what they are because I feel like I know your favorite movie, some of your favorite shows. But I'm excited to see what others make the list and in what, however rough order.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Indeed.
Anyways.
Alrighty, so I'm going to get us started out with the big one of movies.
And you're doing like top 10?
Yes. I will say one of the I didn't list out honorable mentions.
Okay.
But I'll throw out some honorable mentions.
Whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Hidden Figures is a big one that didn't make my list, but I absolutely adored that movie.
Yeah.
I would say
I think that's another one also in my honorable mentions. I want to say it's very close. It's like
we
top
talked about
15.
it in your episode at some point.
Mhm.
Also, I would say Sinners is really up there.
Same.
I would say there's probably a lot of superhero stuff right on the cusp.
Yeah. It's hard because
and The Shining is another one that's very close to my list.
Yeah, for sure. And like Sinners and some of those movies might be better than like objectively better than some of the movies in a top 10, but it's vibe based. You got to go off that. So,
Indeed.
anyways.
Alrighty. So, getting into the list, I'm curious. Is there? Can you think of any movies that you think would be?
Yeah.
Like if you had to like.
Well, I know we just did a thing a few months ago where I asked you and Cole a bunch of questions of your favorites, and I remember yours was Avengers: Infinity War. So is that still?
That is on the list somewhere.
Okay. You said it was your favorite, so just saying. Gosh, okay. Is oh, I forgot the name of it, but you've mentioned it several times. It's like Memento.
Memento.
Is that movie on your list?
No, I did think about that though. That's
Okay.
also a great honorable mention. Actually, I do
Okay.
really love Memento.
Yeah?
And you still haven't seen that, right?
No, I have.
Oh, you have.
I have,
Oh,
yes.
I love
very good.
when they do when like directors do storytelling, but like out of order in a way that's really effective and inventive.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, it is hard because there's a lot of movies I know you've liked but doesn't make your list. Because I know like we watched Singing in the Rain together and you really liked that one. Does that one make your list?
It does not make my list, but that is a really
I'm
great
not.
movie.
Yeah. This is hard, and you said a lot of superhero movies get close, so that doesn't mean they're on your list. Can I get a hint of is there another superhero on your list though?
There are 2 superhero movies on my list.
Aside from Infinity War?
No, including Infinity
Okay.
War.
Ooh, so the other one. I feel like it's obvious, but there's a lot to go through mentally.
Okay.
Winter Soldier?
Interesting guess.
I don't know, a lot of people like that one.
okay.
It's okay. It's
we're gonna
fine.
get
It's
started.
fine.
So, at number 10, and I will say this is like the most on my list where it's like it's not on the same level as all of the other ones, but it's very like important and integral to like me and my movie experience.
It's okay.
It is Avengers: Infinity War.
Yeah. It's really good. It's one of the best Marvel movies.
The experience I had when I saw this in theaters was insane.
It's really good.
And I think the affecting staying power is what like I like associate so much with it. I love movies that kind of make me feel sad for some reason. There might be a label for what that is, but gosh, this movie was just so shocking at the time.
Yeah. I think of that photo that people were posting of that guy who got like in an ambulance because like they were like this guy after Infinity War and he's like on a stretcher. I'm like, oh my god. Also, whatever happened to that person? I hope they're okay.
One can hope.
But yeah, that is kind of crazy. No, it's so good, and I feel like some people are talking about recent Marvel news is kind of dampening their experience as they look back to Endgame, but I feel like Infinity War is not being affected by that, which is nice. Plus, I feel like Endgame is objectively not the better of the two.
It's very back and forth. It's
But
divisive on who prefers what between the two. I think Endgame is a great ending, but Infinity
Yeah.
War I think just affected me so much more. And I think some people have like thoughts on whether that's like done well or if it's like done cheaply. I don't care. I'm affected.
sometimes
shake
it's too powerful.
To my core. I think it's a great coming together of so many different characters. I think they blend together so well. It's so fun. I think Thanos as the villain and borderline the main character of that film is so interesting. I love seeing the use of the Infinity Stones, which have been teased up to that point. And it's also so, well, to its time, it was the closest we got to like a Scarlet Witch led movie.
She's so awesome.
And then
in
we
that
got
movie.
Multiverse of Madness, and she's great.
She's great in that movie, and then that's kind of almost where it ends.
It's like if
I mean, Zombie Strange is cool. Like, there's cool stuff in that movie, but then you look at the movie as a
but it's
whole.
just, my thing is like even though she's great in the movie, she's like great in spite of what the movie's trying to do to her character, and
Yeah.
I'm not about that.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I agree. And then I feel like Infinity War really kind of changed the game where it's like, at least for me, it felt like the first moment where like a movie to this scale didn't end in a happy way. I mean, it really like, I feel like everyone kind of in the back of their minds was like, of course they have to come back, but we don't know that. And we don't know how they're going to come back, how many of them are going to come back. Like, it was like the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers. But it was one of those, like, quote unquote, part one movies that I feel like stands really strong on its own, which is a conversation we've had a few times on the show, actually. So,
no, for sure.
good.
It's gosh, so good. I love it so.
I keep trying to remember in my mind what's in your letterbox top 4, because that would also probably give me a hint to at least
This is one
the
of them.
others. Yes, it is. But I can't for the life of me remember the other 3. However, I knew recently you really liked Crazy Rich Asians. Does that...
That would be more in the honorable mentions.
Okay.
It's not on the list.
That's fine. A lot of these I'm noticing are in my list, but that's okay. It's okay. It's hard because it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you rated that a perfect score, but it's different. That doesn't necessarily mean it makes it in your top 10. So. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
My number 9, I have The Sixth Sense. I think.
I've heard you talk about that.
I
have not seen that.
Oh my gosh!
I know. I
it's
need to.
a
I need
classic.
to. Yes,
Oh.
I know.
Do you know the twist of the movie?
I feel like at some point I did.
Or another great question: do you know the iconic line from this movie?
No.
Okay.
Well, I might, but I can't think of it.
But you don't know what it is.
Like, I'm sure when I hear it, I will have recognized that.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Watch it.
Okay.
Oh.
No,
it's so
the phones are gonna listen to us, and then I'm gonna see it on Twitter. We're gonna finish Stranger Things. I'm gonna go on Twitter looking for spoilers now that I've seen it, and I'm gonna see spoilers for Sixth Sense.
Mhm.
But it's gonna be my own fault. It's been out for years, so.
No, it's so good.
Yeah.
Because you haven't seen it, I'm gonna be super vague on it.
I know. I feel like that's one where it's hard to ask questions because I don't know.
And it's
That
hard
seems
because
like a spoilery
there's a really iconic twist.
Yeah.
I will say, I clocked it very early on.
Okay, but it still works
But it's
for you?
still, I think, is a great movie despite that.
That's good.
Like I love when a movie, you can watch it, there's a twist, and then if you rewatch it, the movie's like completely different. I think there's a lot of value to still being able to enjoy the movie when you know the twist.
It's like, I think of recently we watched Knives Out,
Mm-hmm.
and that still very much holds up knowing what happens. So, I love all the details. It almost like makes it better when you see how much you could have potentially guessed it. All the pieces were there. That's why I love his movies. So, I do love when movies do that as well.
And I will say this is like the most of my list, like the only thing in the horror genre.
Oh, okay.
So
I know like nothing about this movie. So
yes, there's a supernatural element here. So had to represent some horror somewhere on my list. It's this one, even though it's maybe not the scariest movie. But I think it uses it into a dramatic narrative in really fun ways.
Yeah.
Ugh, I think it's
Also,
so cool.
I forgot to shout out that I am in fact wearing the shirt for you for this
and
episode.
I'm wearing my
so there you
Timbo
go.
Organ sweater.
Yes. Oh my gosh, my cat's trying to fall off the bed right now. Anyways, that's awesome. I will have to watch it. Maybe I'll go on Letterboxd and add it to my watch list right now so I don't forget.
Let me look at
Because I do be forgetting a lot of
the
it.
6th.
I could cheat and look at your top 4, but I won't.
Oh, and this is an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh,
This is easily my
him.
favorite of his.
yay.
Like, this and Signs are what, like, made him a name.
Haven't seen that either.
I watched it a long time ago, and I didn't really care for it.
Oh, okay.
But I'd have to rewatch it to have an actual stance on it.
Yeah.
But I
get
love
that.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's starring, Toni Collette is in it. Gosh.
Sixth Sense?
Yes. Go her. I remember Bruce Willis is in it. I feel
Oh,
like
it's already on my watch list.
Toni
That's
Collette, I just had the same experience with Krampus when we watched it.
Yeah.
Completely forgetting that she's iconic characters in movies that I love. I love you, Toni.
She's great. She's great in Knives Out too. Like
Yes, she
she's-
is.
Yeah, she's kind of everywhere.
Alrighty. So at number 8, I have Knives Out.
That makes sense.
Yes.
That does make sense. It's
very-
in mine too. It used to be in my Letterboxd top 4, and it could make its way back at some point.
I will say this is very similar to the prior one, where even if you know the twist, it's still such a fascinating and interesting and fun to watch story.
Yeah.
And I think all of the spin-offs that we've seen of it, the sequels, follow that line really well.
Yeah.
But the first. The first one I think hasn't been beaten yet.
No.
I would
It's a
love to see
masterpiece.
Ryan Johnson continue to try.
I think he's gone very close.
Wake Up Dead Man is very close, I think.
Yes. Yeah. But it's just, again, you just feel it in your soul when something is a masterpiece to you versus when something's just like really well made and really entertaining. I feel like that's the difference. So, I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's just not even logical. It's just, you just feel it in your soul. So, movies.
Yeah. And then, gosh.
Cinema. Anyways.
Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc. Oh my gosh. I
Perfect casting choice.
am so upset with myself that I couldn't see this in theaters. The first time I watched this was on a plane.
First time I watched Knives Out was on a laptop, and it's still a masterpiece. So
Gosh.
that is not defending Netflix. It would have been much better on a big screen, but
Yeah.
we missed it. So
And
Yeah,
then I remember, like, I watched it on a plane to somewhere, and then on my plane ride back from there, I, like, saw somebody else watching it, and I ended up going, like, leaning and, like, watching their screen as it was, like, finishing while we were landing.
that's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I remember watching it. I literally fell out of my seat, and then I showed it to my family, and they showed it to more people. Like,
A full pyramid scheme.
sure. I don't know. Anyway.
But no, it truly cements my love of mystery in movies. Also murder mysteries. I think those are always a fun, but the element of mystery and having a compelling mystery with really well set up twists. This is a movie that really kind of set up some like really great groundwork for like modern storytelling and how to do that really well.
No, for sure. And yeah, I love the ones that you can guess. You might not, but you have.
But even if you can't guess it, you see the
tools.
pieces that could
Yep.
have led you there.
Yep.
Oh,
Love it.
so great. Okay. At number 7, I have Dead Poets Society.
Oh, okay. Really, really good pick. That's in my Letterboxd top 4.
Oh my gosh.
What a great movie. You know, I've seen people talk about Ethan Hawke has gotten some nominations for Blue Moon, which we have not seen, but hopefully will at some point. And which I haven't watched it, so I don't have an opinion on that movie or his performance. But I've seen some people say, you know, it may not be the best performance of the year, but I'm so glad he's getting recognition. You know, like they're referencing way back when for Dead Poets Society, so it's awesome.
No, it's so great.
And I loved that people were watching it because a few years ago because of Taylor Swift's new album. I'm like, whatever gets them to watch that movie, I don't care. They just need to watch that movie and learn to appreciate it because it is amazing. Another movie that makes you feel really sad.
Yes. But I would
Really
say it has
sad.
like an inspirational bit right at the end with
Yeah.
that has like a melancholy to it. And I love melancholy after sadness.
Yeah.
Oh.
So good. And Robin Williams is amazing.
Robin
in that
Williams
movie.
gives one of his best performances, if not, I think his best performance.
I would
his
say.
say.
I mean, I haven't seen a crazy ton of his movies, but I've seen some.
I know people.
That's my
I know.
favorite so
I've heard
far.
that he's really great in Good Will Hunting. That might rival it, but I haven't seen that.
I don't think I have either.
But Neil in that movie, I think, is such an amazing character. Gosh, it's so great. I feel like it's like a very mature coming of age story, and it's just so
That's, perfect way to describe it. Go see it, guys. Be ready to cry, but please go see it.
Be in the right headspace to watch it, but at some point, it's like a must watch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Especially if you're like at all into film, like that's one of the most iconic ones you could watch. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord, love that movie. Okay. At number 6, I have Barbie.
Right. I should have guessed that one.
You probably should have guessed that.
Is Little Women in your top 10?
That
just
would be in
Barbie?
the honorable mentions.
Okay.
But Barbie is my only Greta Gerwig film.
Yes.
But, oh my gosh. Just what a moment to be so into movies and see it just truly be embraced by the general audience and in such unique and fun ways.
Yeah.
And then also to be, I think, one of the best movies to really encapsulate like how complex and horrible but worthwhile life is.
Yeah.
It's even all wrapped into a comedy. It's a comedy drama. It's so many things.
Yeah.
And it's so, I think, bold and fun. The practical designs and sets and costumes.
Yep.
It's just so. It's like such a party that you want to cry in the corner and still have a fun time.
Yes. No, it's so good. It's so perfect on so many levels. It does a great job, obviously being a Barbie movie, but also a movie just to celebrate women, but also celebrate that ultimately we just want like equal treatment. And then, yes, it's a great comedy. It's great at also celebrating women at different ages too. That's one of my favorite scenes is when she calls that woman at the train station, whatever you call it, bus station, beautiful. I love that scene. That might be my favorite scene in the movie. Actually.
It's so great, and like I love even like right before that when she's like looking around and just like seeing what life is like, and like the score in that is just so moving.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's such a masterpiece of a movie, and I wish it got a little more recognition at the Oscars, but at least it won something.
Like
Arguably, it won the best thing that it could have, the song. So,
Yeah, I love that song.
Mhm.
And what is it? I'm Just Ken. Great song. So fun.
Also,
Love
wow.
seeing it performed every time we see it.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, What Was I Made For?
Yeah. That's the heart of the movie. So,
I
yeah.
absolutely adore that.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie, I think this is my favorite Margot Robbie performance.
Yeah. This is like what she was born to do. I mean, she's been great in other things, but like, she was born to play Barbie.
Gosh, the cast is so
So-
great. And I love, like, the soundtrack in general. Like, there's
Yeah.
a lot of bops on that soundtrack.
Yes. I don't know. I totally agree. It's a great pick. It's in my top 10 as well. I go back and forth whether this is in my top 4 or Little Women. At some point, both of them were. But I decided at some point I wanted to just pick one of them, and I did pick Little Women. But I can understand either way. I don't know. Little Women is just like, I don't know, so cozy. This one's like a party. It's so fun. It's different vibes, you know? So, it's okay.
Indeed.
And you know, Greta Gerwig has made 3, I would say, masterpieces. So, I know people are talking about Narnia. I'm excited for it because I trust whatever she wants to do.
With her filmography, even if I'm a little confused by some of the choices being made, like I have, she's earned some faith.
Yes, absolutely. Plus, Narnia is parts of the story are so powerful with like certain female characters, like Susan. I think of Susan a lot in the book. She goes, I don't even know what's happening. I hear things. But she has an interesting story where she kind of falls out with the siblings. Like she kind of goes on her own thing. She stops believing. I don't know. She just has a very fascinating. I don't want to spoil it, even though it is like an older series. But she has a fascinating ending too, and it's just something I think about a lot. And the way the author talked about her, I'm just excited for potentially Greta Gerwig to get her hands on that story and see what she does with it. So, anyways,
Indeed.
yeah.
At number 5, I have Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Great pick.
Oh my gosh.
Great pick.
It we had Dead Poets Society on here, but like I don't know if I've cried more watching a movie than this one.
Oh.
This one hit me in like personally. This isn't like stabbed me. It was like, this is for you.
Like, I didn't know I could feel pain in like all of these places. I'm like,
Gosh.
oh my gosh.
It's just
That's funny.
so crazy
So good.
and out of the box, but still has such like a grounded foundation to it. It made me fall in love with Michelle Yeoh, Kei Hoi Kwan, and Stephanie Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Such amazing talents, and I think, Michelle Yeoh has been utilized really well in other projects, but the other two I think have yet to be
Stephanie
like,
Sue. Like,
perfectly
I get she's not the
used.
one of the 3 that won an Oscar, although she should have been.
She don't.
Anyways, but I want her more places. She's been some fun places, but I want her, maybe some more places like Michelle Yeoh. Get her in a blockbuster, like something big.
Indeed. But it's so fun. The action is so inventive. I'm a sucker for multiverse stories, especially when they're done well and in unique ways.
Yeah.
This one looks at that in such an interesting way. I love the way it switches universes, and then it like goes through like different animation styles and different like types of film. It's so cool, and it's so much, and it has like a purposefully overwhelming feel to it.
Yeah.
I love
It's so perfectly unique. I feel like we don't get a lot of. Sometimes you just watch a movie and you're like, this hasn't been done before, or at least I haven't seen it be done before, and it's just so fun and fresh. It's good, but it's also just so unique in a way. It reminds me of how I felt about Sinners, with the one scene that everybody talks about. They should, because it just feels so. It just feels like nothing we've seen before, and really well done.
Yeah, it's
So.
like it's done really well, and it's not a super complex idea, but it's executed in such like a cult classic way.
Yeah, I agree.
No, absolutely. And I love cuz I love the theme of it where in a world where you could do anything and anything could happen and everything good is possible, everything bad is equally possible. How do you like ground yourself and find meaning in running a failing laundry shop? And it's, you find the people that ground you to your life. And I think that's such a super important and I think really hard hitting sentiment for most people. Oh my gosh. The script and everything is just on max and crack
Perfect.
in this movie.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So great.
And that was number 5.
That was number 5.
So we officially have our top 4.
Yes. These are. What is it? Honestly, I probably after this will change this to be my top 4. The one that is going to be replacing Avengers Infinity War to be into my top 4. I have Spider-Man.
No Way Home.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. Good choice.
I absolutely adore this movie. This is, I think, the best Spider-Man movie.
I think so too.
I think this is just it's so perfect at identifying the themes of it's a very relatable idea of stepping into a role or into something that has been done before, and you can do that and still be yourself. I think it explores that theme so well and in such fun ways with showing, using the multiverse again to show all of these completely different people from completely different, worlds, but comparable, walks of life.
Yeah.
And then they're doing the same thing that you're trying to do, but they're doing it in such different ways. The different, animation styles on them, I think, are so fun. I remember someone at some point when we were talking about this movie was like, oh, I think it's so great except for the 3 characters they just kind of throw in there with Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, and Spider-Ham. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. Because these 3 characters, while they're not the most integral to the plot, it's like a physical showing that a pig
anyone can
come
wear the
into
mask.
this role and
yes.
still do it. And so if they can, you can, and you can still do what you're trying to do and still be true to yourself.
Yeah.
In such a unique way.
Yeah.
And the animation of this movie, I think, is clearly so inspiring current animation. The detail of, I don't even know how to describe it, but the animation style has been
It's just so
not
unique.
copied, but I would say maybe mimicked. The stop motion-esque quality of it.
Yeah.
I think some of the better modern animation have tried to replicate.
But I would still say they still haven't quite captured the use of color. I think they have a fun opportunity because they can bring in a comic book style to it as well. And they do it so well. I mean, there's a reason that these movies take so long to make and should take so long to make. Take your time. I think everybody was kind of rolling their eyes a little bit when Beyond the Spider-Verse was supposed to come out, a year? Originally, it was supposed to come out a year after Across the Spider-Verse, and everyone was like, actually, can it not? Can you, take more time? And then it did. So, yeah, it should. It's one of the, it's like Avatar. It's whatever time you need to make it look as good as it does, use that time because we will be here because it's worth it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so good.
This is also the movie that I think really puts Gwen Stacy on the
Yeah.
map in a major way.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think Emma Stone helped that a lot in the pretty small role in the Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man movies.
But I mean, like here, like she's in a suit and
Yeah.
a really iconic looking suit
It's a
too.
great
so, yeah, pretty awesome. I own it as well. I wore it to Across the Spider-Verse, which is unfortunate for me, but it's okay.
Yeah, and I know that I would say it's a very popular sentiment that people prefer Across the Spider-Verse to Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm so happy that you guys love that movie so much. I like that movie. I like that movie a lot. I don't think it's perfect. And I think this movie is easily perfect.
It is hard because I actually had a really bad experience with Across the Spider-Verse, which so did you, because our theaters, their sound settings were not on the right thing. So especially for me, I just remember the music was so loud to the point where I literally could not hear the dialogue, and it was pissing me off, and the theater was hot. Like, I had a bad experience watching this. Upon rewatch, it's better. But yes, it's still not what I would say the masterpiece the first one is. So I'm so happy for the people that think it's better, but I disagree.
I will say it's still a beautiful movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot
Yeah.
more ambitious, I would say, than the first one in what they try to do visually.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool. But I'm an Into the Spider-Verse truther
Me
through
too.
and through.
Mhm.
Oh, and Miles, oh my gosh, what
So cool.
what a great character.
Mhm.
I knew him a little bit because I grew up watching a Spider-Man series on like Disney XD. And they have a couple of episodes where they go into the Spider-Verse. So that's how I had met Miles previously. But and then like going into this, and it's, oh my gosh, he's so cool.
Yeah. I totally agree. I'm excited if they ever bring him into live actions, which I'm sure they will someday. You know, maybe when Tom Holland is like, I'm out. I don't know. I'm excited to see who it is. I think for a while it would have been fun to have the Caleb Hair. I forgot his last name. The guy from Stranger Things. I think he's probably too old now. I guess depends on what age they would want to adapt him to. But I don't know. I'm just excited. I want to see more of him, in whatever format that is. So.
No, that's so fair.
Yeah.
Alrighty, going on at number 3, I have Arrival.
Oh.
You've seen Arrival?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a really good pick, but that surprised me. I actually don't know if I knew that you had seen that, and that you had liked it as much as you did.
No,
is that in your letterbox?
It
before?
is.
Maybe
I
should have known
adore Arrival.
that.
Oh
Amy
my
Adams, you
gosh.
deserved an Oscar for that role.
So
I don't even know if
truly.
she got nominated, actually.
She's
She's crazy.
crazy good. Denis Villeneuve. Oh my gosh. I'd watched Dune before I'd watched this, and I'm like, what is this guy on? And how can I get that?
No, actually, that's
Oh
why
my
I'm so
gosh.
happy for Dune Messiah. I know people are like, that part in the book is not very well liked. I don't care. It's like Greta Gerwig. It's like, I trust him.
Yeah,
So.
what is it? I was just saying before this, because I have a list of directors as well, and Luca Guadagnino was like, if I didn't just watch After the Hunt, he would have been a shoo-in for my top 10.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, well, you had what Greta had, and then you'd made that, so you're back. You've dropped quite a bit now.
Yeah. It's sad. I don't know.
But on Arrival, oh my gosh, I absolutely love, first off, like the alien design and like the ship design. The effects of like coming into the ship, I think, is so cool. Amy Adams, I think, gives such an amazing performance. I would say Barbie feels like it takes pieces from here of like I think it's like life affirming
Yeah.
Life affirming, I think, is the term used to describe that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's absolutely used here. A great kind of teasing and use of like confusing of the timeline with the idea of, they're essentially kind of, I guess I don't want to spoil it at all, but they do things with the timeline in really great ways. And I so love the idea and the theme that like life is going to be really hard at times and you're going to go through really bad moments, but it's still worth it because of all of the good stuff that comes from it.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you know where it's going to end, that doesn't mean that the good parts of it are nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely love the way that the movie explores that. And the like hand alien designs, I love them so much.
No, I feel like people, these kind of roles are underrated where you're just acting towards like a screen, because I mean, I'm not an actor, nor will I ever be, but I feel like it would be much easier to have a wider range of emotions when acting, when you have more surrounding you, when it's more real to you, because it is in a way like you are living it and like you are actually reacting to things. When you're supposed to look at your atmosphere and be in awe at how beautiful it is, I would say it would be easier when you have that environment versus when it's a green screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when people talk about performances from movies like Arrival or Avatar, they underrate how talented they are, because I saw a clip of Kate Winslet the other day from Avatar: Way of Water. I guess slight spoilers for that, but there's like a creature that dies, and she goes up to it and just like breaks down crying that someone would do this to them. And it's like pool noodles and like it's nothing. She's literally acting towards nothing and having to give such a great performance, and she does. And same thing with like Amy Adams. The director hypes her up a lot when saying, I don't think you guys understand how great she did when she had nothing to act against. She had no person. She didn't have a tennis ball. Like, she had nothing. And she did this. This is all in her mind, and she brought it to life. So good. I love when directors talk like that, because it makes you appreciate it more. So
Yeah, and I've always loved Amy Adams.
yes.
Like I've always gravitated to her in films, even like when she was Lois Lane, even though it's like one of the least Lois Lane performances, I still love Amy Adams.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on her in Enchanted. But this was like the performance I was like almost like waiting to see to validate my love for her in everything else.
No, she's so good. And she deserves to be in more. I feel like we haven't heard of her in a second. It's like Disenchanted.
No, because she did Dear Evan Hansen, the movie, which I think she's good in it.
I mean, yeah.
And then she was in, wasn't she in Night Bitch?
I think so.
I think that was her.
Yes, she was. She's
but
on the
I haven't
poster.
seen that.
I haven't seen it either. But it's on Hulu or Disney Plus or something, and it's on my list. It's been on my list like since it came out. So it is her, yeah.
Yeah, wild.
Ugh. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I mean, she's not the problem in the projects that she's in,
I think regardless of how great she is in that movie, I think it's going to be such an odd pick for her.
Yeah. Well, it's like that made me think of like Rachel Zegler. I mean, some of her movies are good. Some of her movies, she's great in it, and that's all I'll say.
Sure.
So.
At my number 2, I have The Truman Show.
Oh yes, this is in your Letterboxd top 4.
Oh my lord!
Also a great pick.
I adore this movie so much. This is the second Peter Weir movie on my list. He also directed Dead Poets Society.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was not clocking that. Okay.
But gosh, I absolutely adore this movie and this idea of this like world being made for this guy. And then he's beloved by this audience that he can't see. And I always loved the idea that, like, your life, and it's a normal life, but there's something that you don't know about it.
Yeah.
And the way that, like, this movie, like, hints at it to him, I think is so cool. And then just how, like, to the like, iconic escape scene, I absolutely love that. The way he, like, it's such a great performance. It's my favorite performance from Jim Carrey. It's so personable.
So good. That's a great pick. Another great watch if you're getting into film.
Yeah, it's so...
And it has a mystery element that you've talked about
Yes.
you love. Not murder mystery, but mystery. So, very fun.
No, absolutely. And some of the other stuff I'll talk about, you'll see that as a recurring theme. But it's just so cool, and it ties, like, a drama with comedic elements to a very, like, soulful performance from him, which is still zany because it's Jim Carrey. But then with, like, everyone around him being, like, infomercially, and it's just so great. I adore it so much.
Yeah.
Then my top movie, my favorite, and I struggle to maybe say favorite, because it feels hard to just pick one, but it is The Wild Robot.
Oh, okay.
I, from the trailers, knew I was going to love this movie, and then I loved it even more. I absolutely adore the animation style. I think it is one of those movies that is very inspired from Into the Spider-Verse, but I think does its own thing as well.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Lupita Nyong'o's performance as the robot. I think all of the voice acting is so strong, and I love all of the different characters. It has such... I don't know if it's just me kind of inflecting this onto the movie, but I feel like it's a very queer-coded movie. With the idea of, you were built to be something, and then slowly, after not kind of being accepted, your purpose kind of has to evolve. But you still are kind of looking for ways to be of service to those around you, even if it takes time to kind of make those ends. And then leading into, just the inherent need for community, and the strength in having a community. I absolutely love how that movie explores that.
Yeah, absolutely.
In such beautiful visuals. Gosh, I absolutely adore it so much.
Well, I think, that's like what's so great about film is, you can have the most talented director or cast and crew create a masterpiece, and everyday people still find new things to love about it. They see themselves in their stories or other people's stories within the film, and some of the best directors have talked about that, where they're like, this became something that I didn't even know was possible, but that's awesome. That's so cool to see. So yeah, that's awesome. It's very coded. I agree with that. So
yeah, and then Roz as a character, I think, is just so fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's I would say Big Hero 6 is comparable to this, and also definitely in my honorable mentions.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
But it's like a more focused Baymax.
Yeah. Yeah. Less focused on the cute aspect, more focused on, like, just the charm of these types of characters. I think,
Gosh,
so.
it's so... get those two in a room. Where are they on Actors on Actors? That would be so fun, actually.
It would be really fun if somebody
God.
ever, like, made, like, an animated one.
Oh, that would be
I
so
know
cool.
that makes, that takes time and money, but, like, especially with the amount of, like, animated sequels that are coming out within the next couple years, like, that would be really cool. So,
oh my gosh.
I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it would be nice. So That's all I'll say. Even if it doesn't have to be as long, because I think usually like the interviews are pretty long. It could be 5 minutes. Just ask some fun like what is it, buzzword question? I don't know, like quick one-off questions. So, yeah.
Yeah, but no,
Really fun.
absolutely adore that movie. That's my top 10. There's a lot of decent amount of animation, a lot of drama. Some mystery here.
Yeah. That's what's fun and hard about a top 10 list as well, is because I also feel like not only do I want to put what I feel in my soul should be in this list, but I also want to have some variety in there to reflect how much I love so many different genres. So, yeah, it's hard to make a top 10 list because it's way too many good films. And then you want some animation appreciation in there, some mystery, a drama, rom-com, like a little bit of everything.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Alrighty. So next up, I have my top 10 shows. I would say off the bat, some honorable mentions would be, I would say Breaking Bad, I think is really good. And I think a good handful of those episodes are like masterpieces. Yeah. Even if it's not my favorite show, I think it's really well made.
Yeah.
I would say White Lotus is up there as an honorable mention. And I'm going to say Agatha All Along is another honorable mention.
Good. Very good.
And I might think of a couple more as we go along. Actually, I just thought of one. Daredevil. The Netflix Daredevil show is an honorable mention.
Specifying.
Yes.
Anyways.
But I would say even including like the Born Again element, it's still an honorable mention overall.
Yeah.
So at number 10, I have Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So good. Love that pick.
Oh my gosh. I was really late to this trend because obviously Avatar: The Last Airbender was so big when I was a kid. I just never watched it. And I'd seen some episodes of it, but I don't know. I feel like this is almost kind of an odd show. I can't imagine starting randomly in the middle with the episodes that air on TV. Like it feels like it's so meant to be watched beginning to end.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like it's really bold to do that for a kids show, but clearly it spoke to so many.
Yeah.
When it was in that genre, and then whenever we were in college, it had like a resurgence that I think led right into the Netflix live action, which we're not talking about that on my list. But
Nor the movie.
Oh, I forgot about the movie.
Yep.
But oh my gosh,
the animated show. Sorry to give you that memory.
You crashed my train of thought.
So sorry.
But yeah, I didn't even watch it then, even though I recognized that people really loved this show, and there was clearly someone named Uncle Iroh that everyone absolutely adored.
Yes. Oh, I love him.
But you eventually got me to watch this. I
forgot I showed you this show.
I think I don't want to say tragic. I don't think it's that bad, but I think we ended up watching it before the to have watched it before the live action came out. And oh my gosh, it is so fun. Growing up, I had always loved the idea of like characters that like could control the elements. So the idea that I wasn't watching this feels very odd that I still ended up with it regardless of that.
Yes.
But this show just does that so well. I love the idea that there's 4 different cultures that are supposed to be living in harmony, and then the one being that's able to be a part of all of them.
Well, and even more so, I mean, there's so many other creatures we explore in the show. There's Ty Lee, is that her name? The one that's like the pressure point girl?
Yes.
And then May, I need to rewatch the show.
May's the
apparently.
scary one.
Yes, I love her though. I've gone through waves where I've watched the whole show and didn't like her, but then I feel like upon the last watch I adore her.
Oh, she's
So,
iconic.
Yeah. If not terrifying, but she's iconic. Even Azula, she's a very fascinating character. Even if she's doing evil things,
she's
like
so batshit crazy.
yeah.
And she sounds like Daphne, which is crazy.
Well, same girl.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy because it's such different characters, but the voices are like still, I would say, like equally as iconic.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my gosh. Aang.
Zuko has a great, one of the best, if not the best, character arcs of all time.
Oh my gosh. Dude, whoever told you to go bald except the ponytail hated you. I'm sorry, that was probably your dad.
Well, and he did hate it. So,
yes.
yeah. But yeah, my favorite scene in the whole show is probably one of the last few episodes when he's gone through an arc. He had a good spot, and then he had a chance to go with Azula, and he did, and he betrayed his uncle and betrayed everybody. And then he has made his way back. He's trained the Avatar. Like, he is full circle now. He's full, like, he's good now. He is not evil and not gonna be evil. But then he apologizes to his uncle, and he just, like, wraps him in his arms. Oh, I sob at that scene every time. Every time. Probably is my favorite scene in the whole show. So good. I love this show.
That's so great.
I'm so sorry you didn't grow up with this show. It's so good. I can't even tell you the amount of times I've watched the show.
God, Aang, I think, is so fun. I think if anything really great came from remaking this show, kind of one for one, I think the live action explores being a survivor of genocide in a time when that's a really important conversation to be had.
Yeah.
But there's definitely elements of that in the original, which I think are very important. I love the idea that he's a 100-year-old kid that still has to fight this war. I think he has such a youthful spunk to him throughout the show, and like a naivety to him, which just, I think, adds a lot of nuance and dynamics to everything.
Yes.
It's just so fun. I love every time that it explores the previous lives of the Avatar. I think that's like the most interesting part of the Avatar lore. Like whenever they like come out all of a sudden, or whenever they like talk to him.
Yes.
I adore it. It gags me every single time.
Yeah.
Like in the trial of, I forget her name, but the last Earthbender, like the idea like she did a crime and was like, so clearly she couldn't have done it. And then she comes out of Aang and is like, I did this.
Do it. Yeah.
What a gag.
What a baddie.
Katara, I think she brings such an important energy. Even if she's annoying at times, it's, I think, very purposeful and I think very true to the character. So I think it always works. Sokka, so great. I love the idea of him trying to fit in among benders and like finding a skill to perfect. I think is a really great art for him.
Yeah.
I love.
But then he finds like the Kyoshi warriors, which are so cool. I need a show just
so
about
great.
them. I would so watch that. But Suki is also so amazing. It and even the parts where people say the quality kind of dips, I feel like it's still entertaining to watch, even if it's not maybe like peak. I feel like that goes to show how good the show is. Obviously you have some episodes that are not gonna be your favorite, but they're still like well made and they still do add something.
Yeah.
So yeah, what a great show, and it's not a long watch, so
Not at all.
Yeah.
And then Toph.
Oh my god, what
gosh.
a baddie.
What a powerhouse.
Yes.
And what representation.
Yeah.
Like,
what cool and unique representation too, like to take someone being blind, but then it almost like gives them like an edge in their like ability or whatever. It's so, fascinating. Whoever came up with that is a genius. The design, the just like concept, and then of course the execution. Like, she's so cool. I love when they're watching the play, and then she's like a buff man, and she's like, "This is odd," because they're all like, "Oh, it's tough. Like, I'm so sorry." And he's like, "I'm a buff man. That's awesome."
No.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, she's so.
And I
great.
love all of the jokes, like, about her blindness, but just from them forgetting that she's blind.
Yeah.
It's like, she's blind. She couldn't write this note. And stuff like that.
Guys always try their best.
Oh my gosh. And then last note on this, I love the hybrid animals. I think that's such a fun dynamic to add to like the world building. Just like there's no creatures that like we know. It's a completely different world and it feels like it. Gosh. And then it went on to do The Legend of Korra. I also like that show a lot. I think season 2 of The Legend of Korra is the best season of any of the Avatars, but I think the show overall is the best with the original.
Yeah, for sure. I think Legend of Korra gets hated on too much because Korra doesn't fit the mold of what they wanted her to be. But I think it allows for her to have a lot of interesting moments within her arc that I don't think Aang would have ever gone to. So, yeah, just my 2 cents on that. But I do agree that there's like a worst season overall, but then there's also the best season overall in The Legend of Korra. So, such a fun and interesting show. And last I heard, they're still making that Earthbender show with like the twins. Like, one of them's an Avatar and one of them's not. So
they're still trying to make more out of the Avatar, and honestly, I'm kind of here for it no matter what.
I mean, and also let's talk about the ridiculousness that is the fact that they're not releasing the Legend of Aang in theaters.
That's insane.
Especially after the news where people were like, it was between them and Netflix for HBO Max, and Paramount was like, well, we're going to release your stuff in theaters.
It's like, maybe release your own stuff in theaters.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were for theater releases. So, anyways.
Okay, going on to my number 9. I have Community.
Right, I haven't seen this, but it's the Russo brothers.
Yes, the Russo
directed
brothers
a lot of
did
this.
are the story runners for all of the seasons.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what a great little comedy.
It's good.
Considering it's based around just like a community college and like a group of like a very wide group of like ages, and they all have like very different personalities.
Yeah.
I love this show because it's so inventive in the episodes that they like do.
Yeah.
They go for some very bold swings. Like they have some recurring themes of like they have like a paintball episode where like they're fighting to do something, and it like one time it's like a western, one time it's like an apocalyptic kind of thing. Like it does a lot of really interesting stuff with genres. One of the characters, I think my favorite, Abed, is obsessed with movies. So he keeps bringing in a bunch of like movie references and stuff, which is super fun. I think the cast is hilarious. It's not a perfect show, but I think it is just so charming, and it stays it keeps changing throughout its existence in,
Where do you
I
watch
think, really
the
fun ways.
show?
I watched it on Netflix. I don't know if
Okay.
it's still there, but so fun. Didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did, but iconic.
Period.
Next up, I have at number 8, Stranger Things. This has always been like on the outskirts of my life because everyone and their mom had watched this as like throughout like my high school to college, and then you made me watch it.
Yep. In college.
Yes, we have an episode on Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1. You can see a lot more of my thoughts on this as a show overall.
Yes.
But Season 1, I think, is such a great hook. Then they made Season 2. Then season 3 to season 4, I think, is some of the best television in like modern history.
Yeah.
It's just so good. It's like the perfect nostalgia crack with horror mixed in, and such a great, fun, and interesting cast. And mystery elements. I love me some horror and mystery elements.
It just kind of has the best of like every world. People say the best of both worlds. I think it's like so many things it does the best at. Yeah, I don't know. We can't speak too much on season 5 because we've only seen half of it, although you can hear more of our thoughts on that. But we are about to see almost the rest of the season, so
yeah. I will say, season 2, I think, is just, it starts out fine, gets really boring in the middle, and then like picks up at like the last 2 episodes again.
Yeah. It's not like a horrible season. It's just definitely.
It's just, I think,
definitely the
fine.
Weakest. Yes, it's aggressively fine versus the rest of the show is amazing.
And then I will say I'm not wowed by season 5, which did come into play with why it's a little low.
Okay.
Because seasons 3 and 4, oh my god.
Yeah.
And season 1, whoa.
Yeah. No, I like the first part of season 5. I think, unfortunately, Noah Schnapp, or however you say his name, is not doing a good job. And since he's like the main character, that's it sticks out. But we'll see what they do with the second part, if it gets better or not. But I like everything else going on. So, and I'm interested to see where they're going with it. I think we'll get more of an idea here, and then the finale is in a few days, in less than a week. So, we shall see.
I will say, unlike other shows, it feels like I can see the show wrapping up very easily in a satisfying way. Which I can't always say for plenty of shows.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they don't pull, like, it was all a dream. It was all, like, a Dungeons and Dragons
Oh my god, this is all their campaign.
No,
Can you imagine?
I can't. I don't think they're doing that. I would be fine if maybe, like I've seen the theory that maybe, like, Mike is playing a game, in the future, or maybe showing Holly how to play the game, and he's, like, telling the story through that. That's fine. I just need the story to be real, and honestly, I don't really care after that. And I need them to not kill off characters unnecessarily. I'm not against them killing characters, but I also very much, we've seen great examples of them having great send-offs without killing characters. I'm sure multiple people are going to die, but I don't know. We haven't
I'm
seen
putting
it,
my money
so
on we're getting 2 deaths.
I am too, and I honestly do think it needs to be either Will or Elle. I just feel in my soul that, like, I'm going to avoid spoilers, but that I think one of them is going to die. But they might not. I don't know. Maybe, like, one from each age range. Like, one
Kind of.
younger,
I think we're going to
one
lose
middle.
a like, young adult to adult and one kid. I don't think it can be... My thing is, I don't think it can be Elle. Because, 1, season 1 already did that. Played on that string. And then 2... This girl has been
it might be Will,
tortured her entire life by
Yeah.
this shit. And then for her to not be able to live that life after the fact...
Yeah.
Like, I think
that'd
that's...
be crazy.
So, that would be so crappy.
I think, I think they've played too much on Dustin and Steve for either of them to die. I actually don't think they will. Especially Dustin. Steve, maybe.
I'm still a little scared on Steve, mainly because I don't know where their plotline is. I think we need to steer away because we're talking too much on this.
Well, none of this is spoilers, but
No.
yes, we'll go on a tangent. And, we're going to make our own video on Volume 2 soon once we see it. So, that's true. Anyways.
Okay, at number 7, I have Glee. This one...
Oh, period.
This one...
I saw this later in life. I saw it in college.
I binged this in high school.
Okay.
And I binged this at, like, the right time because it was right after I, like, came out. So I was like,
What
okay,
a show to watch right
I'm out
after.
now. I guess I have to watch Glee.
I am legally required to watch this show.
No, and then watching this as I was, like, getting back into theater in high school, was like
Also, that must have been peak.
no, that was like one of the best times of my life.
I mean,
Like-
this show's like people make fun of it, but if you just accept the unhingedness that it is, most of the seasons are really good. Genuinely.
Yeah,
And the cuts, I'm tired of pretending that actually a lot of the covers are not better than the original. I think they are.
No.
Or at least they stand very strong in their own.
I think that's so true. I unfortunately was introduced to a lot of songs because of Glee. I've
No,
never been
kinda
one
me
for
too.
music aggressively. I will say I'm
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more rounded today, but it was honestly because for like from high school to like halfway through college, I kept being like in the top like 0.05% of Glee listeners. And my friend and everyone kept making fun of me, and I was like, "Okay, maybe I should
No.
listen to how the actual songs are."
Ugh. But
And I
I'm
replaced
tired.
most of them, not all of them. Their mashups are still like crack to me.
Smooth Criminal is still amazing.
Yes.
Cough Syrup is better than the original. Don't Stop Believin', I think, stands on its own. Obviously, the original is still amazing.
It's just doing a different thing.
Yes. That's why I'm like, I don't even understand why we can't like them both. They're both clearly very different most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I love, as annoying as Rachel Berry is, she has a lot of great covers. Like My Man, I love that song. And then a lot of times when they do like songs from musicals, they do pretty good or pretty well, whatever. So, and it stands on its own. Like, I still like the original. So, yeah, I'm tired of pretending that the show is not amazing overall. So
Yeah, I love Kurt and Blaine. I also really love
Satana.
Satana.
San-
Santana. That's what it is. I keep like mixing up her and
No, yeah.
Satana. Like
Yeah.
it like jumbles in my head. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
similar, but where's I for some reason I like
Yeah.
loved her character really early on, like
Mhm.
before she like became an actual character, because I
Yeah.
thought she was just so funny. But and also she has like one of the best voices on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she
Her and
was
Mercedes are so underrated. But I do think Mercedes has a few really strong moments. I don't know if Santana... I mean, obviously she has like her own version of Don't Rain on My Parade. She has what is her and Mercedes? Valerie?
Valerie. Oh my
Valerie's a
god.
really good one. They have a couple moments where they collab and it's like y'all are like better than Rachel Berry.
No.
stand by
Oh, and
that.
then Sue.
So.
I absolutely adore
Ooh.
Sue. Will is unhinged. He brings.
What did she say? Just you're not. She says something. You're not gay because. Oh no. Listening to show tunes doesn't make you gay. It just makes you awful. Oh
no,
God.
her lines are so good.
She has so many of those that are good.
Like she's maybe one of the best characters
So
to come out of the
many.
2000s.
No,
Jane Lynch.
weirdly,
oh
my
my
dad
gosh.
really likes Jane Lynch. I don't know why. So he tried to watch that show. I don't think he didn't know it was a musical. So then, which is really funny. So then you find out really quickly, and he's like, "I didn't know this was a musical. I thought it was just a comedy." So then he didn't watch the rest. But he like watched that show or started it because of her. So
She's great.
yeah.
It's so fun. I love kind of the exploration of a bunch of different types of music.
Yes, we've been quoting that other male teacher. Josh, you don't know who's Josh Groban?
Kill yourself!
We've been quoting that so much lately.
Gosh.
Anyways,
And then also, like, and I think it's so funny.
So
I
good.
think the cast is, like, the characters are really fun. I would say mostly throughout. The last season is, like, a fever dream.
yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, seasons 4, 5, and 6 have their moments, good and bad. But at least it's when they go to college where times get a little iffy.
I still found myself enjoying most of the New York stuff. And then, like, when it was split between New York and the high school, I was still fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think seasons 1 and 3 are, like, still peak. But then whenever they like all come back to the school again, that's when I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
Wait.
Whatever. There's one season left. I'll keep watching.
Yeah.
Although it does have the iconic Sue as the Jigsaw episode.
Yes. I forgot. No, there's so many good ones, so many good lines, so many good songs.
Gosh. Okay, and that's Glee. There's so much I could talk on Glee. But moving on, number 6, I have ABC's Once Upon a Time.
Also a really good pick.
Adore this show so much.
Again, accept the unhingedness and enjoy through season 6.
Yes. Yes.
I think a lot of people acknowledge that season 7 is not the best. I don't even know if I've ever fully seen that season. I think I tried to.
I binged I've gone through this show probably the most of any show that has like multiple seasons.
Yeah.
I remember like fully finishing it one time, like through season 6, and then season 7 had to come out. And then I rewatched the entire thing to watch into season 7.
Oh, God.
And season 7, I think, has some great ideas.
Because that's also, they have Tiana and Naveen in that season.
Yes.
See, that's why I don't know if I've seen it, because I don't remember them, so I feel like I haven't.
They introduced them. She has like one episode, and she's like the main, like Cinderella's best friend. What I also like about season 7 is they try and make bigger deals out of some of the characters that are like big as far as like fairy tales, but they only had like 1 or 2 episodes in the show. Like they redo Rapunzel, they redo Cinderella, they redo Jack and the Beanstalk, and they redo Alice in Wonderland. As much bigger roles than they previously had.
Okay. Can I go off on a small little
Go
tangent
for
real
it.
quick?
I love it.
So yesterday it was Christmas. So I spent the day with my family and we played a lot of games. One of them was Disney Trivia, which he got for me, which is very fun game. And they got annoyed with the adult questions really quickly, even though they weren't that hard. It's like the second they didn't know something, they were like, this is too hard. Anyways, so we went to the kid questions where they have like pictures on the card. So they had Cinderella on the card. First of all, it was a question for my grandfather. So, but it's Cinderella. And they go to Disney multiple times a year. So it's like no doubt in my mind that they know who Cinderella is, right? I know who she is. He's like, oh, let me see if I know that one. And he was thinking for a second. I said, you're not thinking right now. This is Cinderella. You know who Cinderella is. And then the question was, who does Cinderella live with before she becomes a princess? And he's like, genuinely thinking about it. And I said, you're not thinking about this right now. And then I don't even remember what he says. I think he ends up going the fairy godmother, I think was his answer. And I said, you're not a real person. You're not allowed to go into Disney ever again until you rewatch this movie. Because what do you mean? Anyways, sorry for the small tangent. But that was mind-boggling, and I needed somebody else to know that.
Gosh.
Feels good to get that off my chest.
I'm glad you did. But Once Upon a Time,
Anyways.
I absolutely loved the pitch of fairy tale characters getting cursed to live in suburbia. And it ties right back into that theme I love of normal life, everything's typical, but there's something you don't know.
Yep.
And it's that, like,
There's
this is
another one
probably
on
the
your
show
list,
that, like,
isn't it?
locked this into my brain. Because I absolutely love all of the different ways that they, like, incorporate those characters into a basic modern day life.
Yep.
Emma Swan, great lead character.
I love how they make some of the villains good characters and some of the good
I
characters villains.
love how it plays.
Peter Pan.
It plays really well into the idea of why people are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I hear a lot of it anymore, but in the last couple of years, I remember there being this like online sentiment of like Marvel and modern Hollywood keeps being like these villains are just misunderstood, and it's like I actually feel like with some rare iconic exceptions, a character having a reason to be horrible, it makes them better actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember people comparing, like I think Gore the God Butcher with like Norman Osborn the Green Goblin. It's like the reason Gore doesn't work really as a great villain is because the execution is horrible.
Yeah.
The idea that he gave everything to a god who didn't care about him and would let him die for no reason is great, right? Like a great idea.
Yeah.
It's just not used well. And then there you have characters like the Green Goblin and the Joker, and they're crazy, and that's why they're evil. And like that works, but that can't be every character.
No.
Like those are gems among a wide roster of characters that have very different reasons to be fighting their hero.
Yeah.
I think
Even like Darth Vader, he's, probably the most iconic villain of all time. He has a backstory where he wasn't always evil. He like had a whole storyline to get him there, and he's still very much evil. I mean, he has like no redeemable qualities. Just because he chooses one good decision in the end doesn't make him a good person. But because of that, I mean, that backstory adds to his character overall. I mean, obviously he was iconic before his backstory, but that does add to, the discussion people have around him now. So
yes, and this show I think really locked into my desire of like why characters are evil, and then like playing on like the moral gray between characters. I absolutely love that. Regina as the evil queen.
God.
Oh my gosh, I love her so much.
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin, one of my favorite characters ever. Oh my gosh.
He's a very fascinating character. So is Regina. But even like our main hero has her moments. That's what I'll say without spoiling. Where, she struggles to be good for certain reasons or whatever. So they very much explore that with a lot of the characters here. I mean, even like Snow and Charming, they have their moments where like the audience probably hates them. So yeah, they have their moments.
And the casting?
And also they're married in real life, which is adorable.
Yes, I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I would say once we get to season 3 is when they truly get into like the pattern of like first half season we're doing something, and then second half we're doing another thing.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm still into it. I would say some of the weaker seasons for me, and I know this is a crazy hot take for Once Upon a Time, I don't love the Peter Pan season the way a lot of people do. I like Peter Pan. I feel like
I don't remember if I love this
feel like I get
but I
so
do love
tired
him.
of them just walking around the forest. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Where are you going? End up somewhere. Where is your destination?
And then I love the one where it's like the 4 Disney villains, or like the 3 Disney villains. I think they're so fun.
And they work together.
The Land of Forgotten Stories, I think, is a little bit on the weaker side. And then the Elsa season, I think is. Yeah. Like
I've never been a big fan of Frozen, but
I love Frozen, and I think Elsa's cool here. I wish they maybe had a little bit more to work with. Like, it feels like you're basing your entire... Like, you've shifted your entire show to be based off of a movie with, like, 2.5 hours of... Not less than 2 hours of lore, and it's like you're just... Like, it's not as iconic as these characters who have had room to, like, live and breathe in pop culture for a long time and, like, have, like, lore built off of them. And then...
Even, like, Rapunzel, like, that's different because that has been iconic for a while.
Yes.
Before the Disney movies, so...
Yeah, and then season 7, when they redo Rapunzel, they lean into the Disney version. Yeah. Which is interesting. But... Still so, oh god, it's so fun and iconic to me. It has some of my favorite fictional characters, and I absolutely love the idea of the curse making people forget and live just basic lives. I'm always ready to find out that I'm under a curse and be like, haha, I knew it!
It's giving hello there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, at number 5, I have Gravity Falls.
Good pick.
This, oh my gosh, growing up with a sister who's like less than a
Again,
year.
mystery element.
Yeah,
For
yes.
sure.
With a sister who's like less than a year younger than me.
That would be so fun.
Yes, it was such a staple of our childhood, especially because we spent the summers together, which is the whole Gravity Falls aesthetic. So great.
That's awesome.
Some more amazing characters. Bill Cipher, I think, is up there with some of the best fictional villains. Gosh, I love the way they reinvent, like, folk tales to be, like, something, memorable but still really unique. Gosh, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's, like, still a hilarious show.
No, I need to, like, genuinely rewatch that show. Maybe, like, this summer or something when I have more time. I don't know. But so good. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I don't remember a crazy ton about it, but I do remember I loved it.
This feels like one of those shows that, like, because there's a couple of animated shows that studios have circled back to. This feels like a really easy and, like, kind of obvious choice to circle back to eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, love. Number 4, I have Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
This is a show I just watched this year, but it is such an amazing show.
Yeah.
Like, going into it, I wouldn't have guessed that they would be able to have such unique episodes in an academic setting.
Mm-hmm.
But those writers are just so great at finding comedy in something that happens across the country. I think that's an added element that makes it relatable to people, because everyone goes to school.
Yeah.
And everyone has those memories of being in elementary school.
And there's a lot of people that work in education, so you also have a big audience there as well, even outside of students. So
Gosh, and it's just so great. Like, what a great cast. What's Janine's actress's name?
Quinta Brunson.
Quinta Brunson as the showrunner on this.
Mm-hmm.
Hats off to you, because
Yeah.
gosh, like, after the first season, like, I was sold.
Yeah.
It took a second to kind of
So good.
build up to it, but, like, it's so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Great
gosh.
cast. We were talking just a few months ago with Dancing with the Stars that we want, like, an Abbott Elementary Dancing with the Stars season.
Mm-hmm.
Not that would ever happen, but gosh, that would be so fun. So, yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
totally agree.
Barbara is, like, one of the best sitcom characters
Shirley
ever.
Ralph. I love her so much.
Oh my gosh. Her and Melissa, I think, are such an iconic duo. Like, they are giving Glinda and Elphaba vibes.
Yeah? Okay. I can
Gosh,
see
I
it.
also love Jacob. He's such a fun character.
Yes.
Who's on the outset, and gosh, I love him so much. He tries so hard. And then, like, anytime we have a guest star on here, they kill it. There's just so much heart and humor and sarcasm that I just love and, like, speaks to my soul.
Yeah.
I adore it
great.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, I have Has Been Hotel. I absolutely adore this show so much. It feels like it's made for people who grew up on Disney Channel and then as adults still listen to Broadway shows.
Yeah.
Like, that's the target audience, and that's me. I still have such a love for animation, and I love it, like, the animation in this show so much. I'd watched Hell of a Boss and season 1 at about the same time, which Hell of a Boss, for those who don't know, is a YouTube show that was moved to Prime very recently after Prime is saying, like, they're going to continue doing that show. It's 2 shows made by the same creator.
Yeah.
And they, like, are in the same, like, Hell universe.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Hell of a Bot Has Been Hotel. I think I prefer that. I've seen some conversation online on which show people prefer. Has Been Hotel, I think, works really well for me because I love the idea of redeeming your soul and like how to do that once you're in hell. I think that's such a great pitch. And I absolutely adore the characters so much. I will say Charlie is the daughter of Lucifer. Her and her girlfriend, I think, are not as iconic as some of the characters that really blow up. Like Angel Dust, I think, is so great, and people gravitate to that character a lot with like going through very serious stuff, with like essay and like very depressive feelings, and like the idea that like putting on this like mask that you live through, that you put on, and like this is a show that covers really heavy stuff, as a show set in hell probably should, but then it still manages to have such a cartoonish charm to it, and then its music, like its songs, I love those songs so much. Like, I feel almost really bad for Wicked for Good this year because I was watching Has Been Hotel like in the weeks leading up to that release, and then I was like, I'm gonna keep listening to Has Been Hotel now. Like, that's crazy. Like casting people from a Broadway background, like the vocals are just so good. And then like in context, it reminds me a lot of like K-pop Demon Hunters. Like I think these two things are operating on very similar levels, and in very similar themes actually. I absolutely love it. Season 2 came out this year. Spoilers, I'll be talking about it whenever we talk about 2025 in our recap, but I absolutely love the show. If you've not seen it, watch it. If you grew up on Disney, if you continue to like animation, and if you like musicals, it's the place you want to be. Okay.
I think I can guess your top 2. Can I try?
Yes.
I think it's, I mean, if it's not, you've left one out. Anyways, I think the top 2 are Scooby-Doo and WandaVision.
Girl, you forgot a big one. Scooby-Doo is a very honorable mention. I was raised on Scooby-Doo.
We talk about Scooby-Doo all the time.
But there's a lot of Scooby-Doo shows, and they're very cartoon-oriented.
I'm side-eyeing you.
No, that's fair. I would say the best Scooby-Doo show is either What's New... Not What's New. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The original, and then going into Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Oh my gosh. Have you seen Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated?
Yes.
Good.
Have I? I also love Scooby-Doo. Thank you.
No.
Wait, I must have forgotten a big one.
You have. You've forgotten my favorite show.
Oh,
But...
Heartstopper. Duh. Duh.
But number 2, yes, is WandaVision.
Yeah. I mean...
It ties into so many of my themes I love. I love witches. I love fake reality stuff, illusions. It has sitcoms, which I also really love.
Yep.
And it has like a cheesy old-timey classicness to it, on top of having all of the Marvel fight scenes and visuals that I love.
So good.
I think Matt Shackman is so great at storytelling and family dynamics. It stars one of my favorite fictional characters with Wanda, and then it introduces another character that I love with Wiccan, who goes on to be in Agatha All Along. I love that show as well, but this one I think just is such a specific moment in my life. Like I've watched this one season of television so much.
Like, what a way to kick off the Marvel shows.
Yes.
That is... Oh my god, I can't even describe the feeling when we were, like, isolated in COVID, watching this week to week, and this just gave me so much happiness.
Like, I feel like
that I needed.
I feel like this coming out during COVID is so, like... tied into that experience, because I feel like the show itself also talks about, like, it's a show about burying yourself in television to like get through really hard times.
And I mean, against their will, they're like quarantined in a town, basically. So
No,
Yeah.
gosh.
and
And
it
then
just gave the opportunity for people to find community online because they couldn't really find it in person. So yeah, this show blew up for a reason, and also I think the finale gets too much hate.
I agree on that note as well. I will say I don't think that this show is perfect, if
Yeah.
only in like its use of Quicksilver.
Yeah,
That's
well,
like my
and
only
also, like,
super lasting note.
it's hard to even judge the finale because yes, it's not perfect, but also we we know that things were different and cut and sent out in a different way because of COVID, because of those limitations. So it was supposed to be different. Would that have made it better or worse? I don't know. We will never know, but it's just hard. It's hard to fully judge it because of that, because it's like objectively not their fault that it maybe wasn't perfect. So anyway.
I don't know, but the finale still lands a lot for me. It hits the
It
emotional
does. I
beats that
still
it needs
really
to,
like
and
it.
I love the action, the fighting.
Yeah.
So the only note would maybe be that Monica should have had maybe a little more to do. But then she ended up being in a movie and being amazing in it. So I'm not tripping on that beat either. I was happy to see her whenever we see her again.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just love the aesthetic of Westview, and like, it's so fun. The idea that it
Yeah.
like shifts time periods and stuff. I play Marvel Rivals right now, and my dream map is to have it be in Westview and have things like in different time periods.
Ooh.
Like,
that would be really cool.
I think that'd be so sick.
Yeah. Because you could have like black and white outfits, like from specifically like the time period outfits.
Like those kind of costumes on people.
Yeah.
Like that would be so cool.
Or skins, as they call it. I
Skins,
said
yeah.
outfits, but you know what I mean. I don't play the game, so. anyways.
But and then introducing Agatha into the mainstream in a way that she never has before with Catherine Hahn cemented my love of Catherine Hahn.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Trying to think of other things I absolutely loved from everything. I think that this was the show that got me into watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, because I remember people saying
so
that they
too.
loved like the agents trying to explain what was happening with Westview, and people were like, "Oh, well, if you love this, there's 6 seasons of a show all about trying to understand the stuff in the Marvel universe." And that show is great. That is in my honorable mentions.
Overall, that's a really solid show.
Gosh. Yeah, it's just so great, so heartfelt. I absolutely love Wanda and Vision together. Like, they have such a great chemistry as characters. I love the idea of, like, mourning what could have happened between them, and then that going on further in the Jack Schaefer corner of Marvel. I love that it all stems from this. Anywhere that the creators for this show do stuff, I'm gonna be there, because oh my gosh, I love the show so much.
Yeah.
Going into my favorite show, it is Heartstopper. That is something that you can watch on Netflix. Oh my gosh, another show that you got me into. I saw WandaVision for myself.
like-
Thank you very much.
Well, we didn't know each other then, and obviously we were both into Marvel, so we did watch it
1,
separately.
2,
But there's a few
3,
shows on your list that
4
I
of
showed
them.
you. Period. And number one.
Yeah, Heartstopper, I think, is just so great. I think it speaks so much to a queer experience. And I say a queer experience because people can be queer and have very different experiences.
And be happy.
I love that this show...
I hate when people are like, this show's too cozy and happy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that there's variety. Thank you. I'm sorry that people have different experiences than you.
I'm sorry you didn't read the books and know you're going to want to kill yourself after season 3.
No, actually, I can't. No, because I think I watched the show first. I might have read the first graphic novel first. I don't remember, but I definitely didn't read them all before I watched the show. Y'all are not ready. I'm about to tear up just thinking about it. I can't. I'm smiling, but it's like I'm smiling through the pain. Y'all are not ready. But anyway.
No, I absolutely love Nick and Charlie. I think that casting is like insane.
Perfect. And also the way they still incorporate elements from the graphic novel with the leaves. I have a tattoo of the leaves.
Those leaves.
Wait, right here, people. I do. It's so
gosh,
great.
it's just so sweet. I love everything. I love having all the like cast. I think also expands outside of Nick and Charlie in really cool ways that I don't think the graphic novel, has the space to do.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Elle and Tao. I think Elle's storyline is very important today in like queer storytelling. I think telling and showing a really happy trans young girl still having friendship and everything that she needs and acceptance from a community. I think that's so important. I think that actress does that so well. And then Tao is just a cutie when he doesn't have those crazy tusks.
Or whatever.
What the heck?
They said he's a model. He's too hot. We've got to like dim it down a little bit. And then they hated him.
That was so crazy.
No, also Isaac is one of my favorite fictional characters ever, and he is an original to the show. He's not in the graphic novel, so. Anyways, he's just kind of there a lot of the time with his little book, but he's just so fun. And then he has more of a moment in season 2. And
I love the exploration of that, though, like, because it's a romance-based show, but then it also talks about the idea that, like, there's, that with the asexual community, there's, like, this, like, almost external desire to see you in a relationship, even if that's not what you want.
Yeah.
And that there's still you still have value outside of a relationship.
Yep.
I love the exploration. It shows a lot of different angles of the queer experience.
I also love how Tori's also very much, at least partially, asexual. I mean, I know there's a lot of different kinds, like demisexual. Like there's a lot. So I don't know if if in the canon universe, if she's a specific one, but she's at least very asexual coded. But her experience is still very much different from Isaac's. So yeah, I like the different representation there. So very fun. Tori's very fun too. She's so funny when she's just there with the cup. She's just lurking.
Indeed.
She should that actress should be like in a horror movie actually.
I feel like
really well.
I would see I feel like she should be trying to be in Wednesday.
She would be so good in Wednesday. Anyway.
But it's so great to have watched this show pretty early on in the bandwagon, and then to see our main two characters like blow up after the fact. I absolutely love to see it.
Yep.
I'm
excited for the movie coming out.
Yes.
That's crazy to say.
Oh my gosh, might have to change my top 10 movie list.
Didn't you say that? I don't remember if it was Heartstopper that you were saying that The Summer I Turned Pretty, like copying their
I feel like
stuff.
in like the editing, I feel like it's very inspired from Heartstopper and
Well,
with like
and
the
then
music choices.
guess who's also doing a movie?
Yeah, clock that. I wasn't
Except
clocking that.
Heartstopper actually has content to cover from the novels versus the other show does not. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't know. With The Summer I Turned Pretty, I fear they could be making stuff on the fly, and it might be as good as when they were copying straight from the books. I fear.
I mean, yeah, the books were not that good in my opinion. But I'm more saying Heartstopper has a better reason to remake, instead of clearly Summer I Turned Pretty is just kind of milking it a little bit. But anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, Heartstopper.
So that is my shows. How are we doing on time?
We're kind of long, so maybe just like quickly directors.
Yeah, I'll quickly go through my directors. So, top 10 directors, pretty quickly. This is also just kind of by vibe. I don't have this list in any specific order, but it's like, you know, it's towards the end, towards the bottom, whatever.
Yeah.
At 10, I have Brad Bird, who did, oh my god, I just saw him. Where are you?
I know that name.
You do. I am blanking.
I'm also blanking.
I feel like it's embarrassing that he's on my list, but
And you can't remember.
yes. Some of the movies he did include Ratatouille, The Incredibles, Incredibles 2, The Iron Giant, and then Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Oh, so some of the best animated movies of all time?
I think he does incredible work in animation. At number 9, I have Steven Spielberg. Classic, iconic.
Yeah.
Jurassic World, other things. Indiana Jones, The Fablemans.
Lots of other things.
Great
Even, like,
movies.
I personally still really like the most recent version of West Side Story. Even if there's an obvious miscast in the cast, I think everyone else is great. Visuals are great. Dancing is, you know, everything. All the choreography is
Jaws,
great.
E.T., like, oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, it's Steven fucking Spielberg. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's classic. Even if I did have to sit through his BFG.
I have not seen his BFG.
And you know what? You don't really need to, actually.
Okay.
So it's such a weird choice from him. At number 8, I have Guillermo del Toro. We talked a lot about him this year.
GDT!
Oh my gosh, he's so fun and has such like a gothic vibe to him. And then he's able to explore so many themes within that.
Yeah.
Love his work. Number 7, I have Alfred Hitchcock. I've actually watched a decent amount of his movies this year. He has
another
oh my
classic.
gosh,
He's
his stuff
arguably-
ages so well.
Yeah. I mean, people argue that he's the best director of all time, and I think that's a very
It's
fair argument.
so fair.
Yeah.
At number 6, I have Alex Garland.
Yes.
He's done some great movies. Have you seen Annihilation?
No.
Oh, I think you'd really like it.
I have my letterbox pulled up. I've had it pulled up the whole time.
Oh, it's so good. That was the first of his movies I've seen. I don't have a ton of movies under his that I've seen of his, but those I've seen that have blown me away. So I think he's a very exciting
With
director.
Natalie Portman?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Oscar
adding it to
Isaac.
my list.
Oh my gosh. So great. Number 5, I have Jordan Peele. What a trilogy to start with.
Yes.
Oh my
also,
gosh.
like, you know, I know he's attached to him, but he didn't direct it. He didn't have his full hands on it. So I'm still gonna have trust in him.
That wasn't
and
his
love
baby.
for
That
him.
was maybe his cousin.
No, exactly. And you know what? I get, you know, you like tolerate your cousin. You maybe hype them up a little more than you should.
You give them advice, but like, are they gonna take it? That's up to them.
Exactly. So, no, what a trilogy. Such a good trilogy. Nope is very underrated. Even if I do agree that it's my least favorite of the three, I think that goes to show how good the movies are.
Absolutely.
So.
Like, God, I feel like that one hasn't. I don't understand people calling it a bad movie at all, or even boring. Look at that thing. Crazy
Yeah.
to me.
I just think maybe because the villain isn't, or whatever, antagonist isn't as present, but like, God, it kind of is.
It definitely.
Just in a different way. Maybe it's not like a person, but it's there and it's scary.
At number 4, I have Ryan Coogler. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
For sure.
I need him to get some recognition from the big academies this year.
Sinners. It already is. I'm
Sinners.
just hoping it, you know, starts to win some.
Yes.
Not a lot of
Sinners,
nominations.
the Creed movies, Black Panther. He's just.
I mean, he's one of the. I mean, the Black Panther movies are one of the only Marvel movies to ever get nominated at the Oscars.
And then it
So-
won. It's the only ones to have won.
Yeah.
So, absolutely love his work. He continues to really highlight black talent in blockbusters,
Yeah.
and I think that's always so exciting. And he does it in
Yeah.
such like innovative ways.
Yes.
I'm-
With the Sinner, that one
Ugh.
scene in Sinners, like, so good.
Absolutely love his work. At 3, I have James Cameron. What another classic,
goat.
and he's still working and still throwing out bangers.
I mean, even that we saw it before Avatar, the trailer for the Billie Eilish concert film, and I mean, concert films. Like, if I like the artist, I'll watch them. Whatever. That one, I'm actually kind of excited for.
That
I'm
looks
like, this
really
looks
interesting.
unique and very fun, and a very unique way to film a concert video. That I mean, he just keeps like doing new things that I think nobody else has really done before.
He's a very innovative
So,
filmmaker.
I mean, even just his conversations with 3D technology, having people hopefully not have headaches from it. It's just amazing. And those are one of the few films that I don't care what the budget is. It's worth it because you can see where all of the budget went to. So I don't care if it's $400 million to make an Avatar movie. It's an Avatar movie. It's going to make it back, and it's worth it. And you can see where every penny went. So,
No.
anyways.
At number 2, I have Greta Gerwig. Another, like, banger after banger after banger. The work you can do with Saoirse Ronan and...
Saoirse?
Saoirse... Is that how you say it?
Saoirse Ronan.
Whoa.
It's, well, you should watch her video where she's, I forgot what host she's on. I want to say, like, no, I don't even know his name. But she's talking about names in Irish or something, Irish names that, like, some of them do not make sense at all. But it's really funny. They're very cool names. Very, very fun way to pronounce them.
Mhm.
Even if, like, your English brain is, like, breaking. But, yeah, you should watch that clip. It's kind of fun. Anyway.
But with Barbie, Lady Bird, and Little Women under your coat, like,
Make
oh my
whatever you
gosh.
want.
She's made such different stories with all of these three,
Yep.
and they all are like huge standouts. Like for other directors, this would be like any of these movies would be like the peak of their career.
Yes.
And she did all of 3 of them, so she has such a
to
range
have
in her
Lady
talent.
Bird as your debut, I'm like, I can't even fathom. I love that movie. It's very underrated. So.
Gosh. I just absolutely love her work. And then my favorite director, quote unquote favorite, I have Denis Villeneuve. He has done the Dune movies. He did Blade Runner 2049. Did you watch that? Oh my gosh.
No.
And
I know. I need to watch
I
it.
watched
Don't
the
yell at
original
me.
Blade Runner and this one.
Yeah.
The original holds up pretty well. And then this one is... Oh my gosh. I cannot believe more people did not watch it.
I noticed you don't have Christopher Nolan on this list, which is interesting.
I think he's very talented, and I think he has some great movies. I think that there's a decent amount of his movies that are a little overrated. That's what I think. That's what I live with. I think he's very talented. I'll obviously see anything he wants to give us. Yeah. But anytime I watch something of his, I have a little bit of a caveat. That I'm like, if people are excited about his stuff, and then I'm going into it knowing, like, okay, people love his stuff. People have loved his stuff before, and it has not been for me.
All right, then.
So that's where I'm living on. Thank you for making that the last note.
I'm sorry. I just had to point it out. It's okay. We're still going to see the Odyssey.
I'm very excited for the Odyssey.
The Odyssey next year. Good thing we're almost done with the video.
I think he's going to do great work with the Odyssey.
Yes. Anyways, I also don't care literally whatsoever. Not a single bone in my body cares that the costumes are not historically accurate. I don't care. If they look cool, who cares? And also, there's a Cyclops in the movie, so maybe shut up about historical
accuracy doesn't matter because this didn't happen.
Because this is, like, is it real? Did you know that? Did you know that this, like, isn't real?
Percy Jackson would like to have a word with you.
It's really funny where they're talking about, like, Odysseus, like, fought this. And I'm like, we're gonna see that next year. Spoilers! Annabeth! We see, like, Percy Jackson in the back.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna go into it and it's gonna be like millions of years before the birth of Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, that
Can't
is
wait
really
to see the
funny.
Percy Jackson prequel. Is that crazy to say?
No, that's really funny.
Oh my gosh. We should-
Rick Riordan's gonna have a bit. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the Percy Jackson prequel. You know, maybe some of you are shocked, but like it is a prequel.
This is canon.
I wrote the Odyssey.
Homer was my pen name. I wrote the original Odyssey.
I am a vampire, if you didn't know, and I was alive back then.
I was also a ghostwriter on Sinners. Ryan Coogler just really wanted some input from from my community
From a white man.
for the vampires.
Oh. Like, why are you picking up Sinners? Oh my god.
The vampire movie of the year.
That's really funny. The movie of the year.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
vampire, I mean, arguably. Anyways.
We're a little unhinged right now.
Yes. we're
Anyways,
done.
thank you so much for tuning in today. Please, what are some of your favorite movies, shows, and directors? We'd love to hear that in the comments below. Mind you, these lists are just my thoughts and opinions. So don't come for me too hard. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your host, Alicia.
And thank you so much for watching Not So Straight Nerds.
Bye.